Mami has a very odd exchange with Hamura toward the end of her story in Madoka Magica, where she vows to fight Hamura if they should ever meet again. The two of them are magical girls who theoretically share a common enemy, and Hamura genuinely does not want to come to blows with Mami, even if she is a little bit aggressive. The only reason why Hamura ever entered Mami's life at all was to protect Madoka from the terrible fate of becoming a magical girl. Mami was effectively grooming Madoka to become one of them, whereas Hamura was trying to prevent that, and Mami was prepared to use violence to get her way. If we think about this conflict between Mami and Hamura from a purely moral point of view, I think it's pretty clear that Hamura is in the right. The life of a magical girl really is just that terrible, and it's terrible in ways that no one can understand until they are trapped inside of it. But that was actually the whole reason why Mami wanted Madoka to join her. Mami had been alone and afraid for a long time. Her terrifying life as a magical girl had brought her to the edge of despair, and she needed a companion to pull her back. Mami was hoping that Madoka would become this companion, and there's even a way in which she lied to Madoka to make this wish come true. She misrepresented her life to seem glamorous and cool, and she concealed from Madoka the overwhelming power of her fear. It's not as though Mami ever exactly denied that her life was hard or even scary, but she represented it with tactics that resemble the dishonesty of Kyubey, who only ever tells half the truth when he describes the challenges that face the magical girl. In the same way, Mami tried to hide the full extent to which her own life terrified her, even as she prepared Madoka to join her. But the beautiful thing about Mami's friendship with Madoka is that Madoka herself ultimately sees through Mami's facade. She sees Mami's dishonesty for precisely what it is, a desperate cry for help from a girl who is alone and who cannot turn to anyone else for comfort. But this realization doesn't serve to push Madoka away from Mami as Mami feared it might. In reality, it has the opposite effect. It rather strengthens Madoka's resolve to form her contract with Kyubey and become a magical girl. Madoka did not even have a reason to become a magical girl until she fully realized that Mami had been lying to her. Because Mami's dishonesty came from a place of desperate need. She needed Madoka's companionship, and that offered a sense of purpose to Madoka that she had never experienced before. Now she had the power to bring hope and happiness to this beautiful girl who had given up her own life in order to protect all that is precious in the world. But this was also why Mami's death was so tragic. She was devoured by a witch on the very same night when Madoka finally found her purpose. The two of them had only just decided to embark upon a life together as magical girls. But then that very same life was destroyed in a matter of minutes after it was born. And all at once, Madoka's purpose was ripped away from her together with her precious friend.